here and I want to welcome you to my YouTube channel. If you're new, I hope you like this video and then share it on your social media platforms as well as subscribe to my channel. I've been making weekly vlogs, but lately it's so much work to be done. It's so exciting this time of the year to get a whole lot of vegetables and fruit outside, so I'll be making more videos during the week. But I will try to keep them, you know, not so edited and just do it vlog style, because my grand angels Brian and Bria are the ones that are videotaping me, and they're just 8 and 11 years old, and I'm teaching them how to garden. Okay, in this video I'm going to share a lot with you. Like I said, I'm transplanting stuff outside in the backyard. I'm going to give you an update on my hydroponics, and then I'm going to share something sentimental with you, something that my mother made for my daughter, and it's over 40 years old. She's saving it for her grandchild. All right, let's get started. Okay, y'all, it's Thursday morning. The first thing I get up after praying is I turn on all of my hydroponic systems, and I come downstairs and I check on my garden. Bam! Look at those cucumbers. Look at my cucumbers. See, these are the ones I direct sowed in soil right here. And these two, I said, they too weak to move because the cucumber plants are real finicky, but the leaves are getting gorgeous. Gorgeous. And look at these strawberries. This is nothing but God, because we didn't do anything to this strawberry bed. We didn't cover it up. We didn't fertilize. We didn't water. It only got what the Lord gave it. And it's going to be loaded with strawberries very soon. Each one of those flowers is going to turn into strawberries. The leaves are going to start drying up, and then the strawberry will get bigger and bigger. Now, here are the zinnias that I planted in these containers. You can see one here. You can see some over here. And remember, these are the ones that I sowed in a little seeding tray that I made myself. They're doing wonderful. I know this may not look really nice right now to some of you, and you might not even understand my excitement, but very soon and very soon, you're going to see how much bigger they're going to get.
Everybody, today is Thursday.
And Bria and I just went to Lowe's. I want to show you what we picked up. We got a tray of French Marigolds, the orange ones, and I really don't... I didn't need to buy these, but there's so many insects out because it didn't get that cold here in North Texas this winter. We only had a few days of ice when schools closed down. So all the insects didn't die, and they're flying around and they're paying over here all around my tomato plants. So I bought these to put all around there. And then we picked up 2 pepper plants. They were on sale for $4.69. And here is a super chili pepper. You can see this pepper is too small and too tall for it to put on these peppers. So I'm going to top this pepper plant off. If you're new to gardening, you can look up my videos about topping peppers. It'll make them bushy. I'm going to hold that right there, Bria. And I'm just going to cut it off with my left hand. And that's going to make this get bushier. When this plant, you got a thumbs up. And when this plant gets a little bit, actually I can do it now. Come around here, Bria, and hold this one. I'm going to top this one off too, about right here. If you want more peppers, you want to top your peppers. Let me see if I can get a good shot where you can see. I'm taking all of that off. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you in a few weeks how this plant is going to bush out. This one is called a Big Bertha. I've never grown it before. You guys know that I always start with seeds, but I had to do something different. I don't want to be redundant. You can go back and look at the previous video and you'll know why I'm buying some starts, okay? And then we bought a rosemary.
It smells good.
Yeah, Bria likes this. I don't know, guys. I'm thinking about putting this in my bedroom.
Yes, please.
So I can have that nice smell in here. And maybe we'll start some seeds out here. Yeah, I think I will. I love the smell of rosemary. Well, guys, I got the water feature working. I am so happy. I've looked at some Rust-Oleum paint because this was out in the elements for a long time without being protected, but it's working fine. There's water on the ground because I rinsed it out real good. I'm gonna show you guys in a few minutes what I'm gonna use, or what I normally use to keep mosquitoes. But as long as you have moving water, they can't, multiply. But I put mosquito bits inside of the container here, the water feature, and I'll show it to you. That's upstairs. But it looks real good, and I'm gonna paint it. I've already investigated it, and I'll show you that too. Mosquito bits is what I buy every year to use around my garden beds on the outside. I will put them in saucers, anything that will have at any period standing water. A bird bath, as you can see here. Okay, a water feature. If you have ditches, any place where you accumulate water, this is good to use, and you only need a little bit. And what it does is it quickly kills the mosquitoes and their larvae, the fungus net larvae, all of that it will kill. You could put some of it around your rain barrels, your gutters, anywhere that you have animals. Some of you have farm animals. It will not harm people, pets, plants, fish, or livestock. I've been using this for years, and it works really well. I get it from Amazon. It's very inexpensive, and you just need a little bit. Guys, you can see this plant is too small to accommodate all of these peppers. I'm going to top it off as well, and I'm going to top this one off too. So let's get started. See if you can see that. There we go. That will go in the compost. And this one too is real small. But trust and believe it's going to come back even stronger. Right now, I just want it to establish roots in its new home. I'm not worried about peppers right now. Here we go. After Bria and I topped off all of the pepper plants, you can see here that we transplanted marigolds. And I tried to put them where I saw insects the most. And as my marigolds that I am waiting to grow in soil, as they grow, we're gonna put more around here. It's Saturday and it's supposed to rain today, but in between the rain, I see I've got a nice amount of okra germinated in this little tray I made for starting seeds. Peppers are over here. It takes longer to germinate, but I'm gonna get these scooped out and put over there where I'm going to be growing okra. All right, I got the okra planted in this container. Over here, I'm gonna direct sow seeds for okra. I have this container over here. I'm going to save it for the pepper seeds that I'm waiting to germinate in this little tray. Garden beds, you can see the Swiss chard has really come out wonderfully since the rain. Over here we have 2 more types of Swiss chard doing very well. And we're really going to have to thin out the curly mustard as well as the red mustards over in here and over in here, but it's looking good. Do you all remember the winter lettuce that I found that didn't die last winter, even though it wasn't taken care of? It was neglected in a small pot. I transplanted it. And I'm going to show you before, and I'll show you this after picture again. It's really doing well. I'm so excited. I love gardening. And I thank God that I'm able to be healthy enough to continue my outside gardening. Rain is so good for the garden. Here's an update on the beets that we sowed seeds for. Look at the beans, guys. 274 Blue Lake. I'm not going to have to stoop over to harvest them. All I got to do is sit in the chair right here and harvest the beans. These are bush type. If you didn't know, new gardeners, there are 2 types of green beans. One is a vining type where you can grow up on a trellis or let it sprawl all out, or the bush type. If you're a senior citizen like me, soon to be 70, I suggest you plant the bush type. You don't have to work that hard. Over here, I see that our Minnesota midget cantaloupe is coming up. They're going to be trellised up on these tomato cages. And over here, we've got two types of patty pan squash. We're going to grow up on the trellises. You can see them coming up real good now. And over here, we have our market turnips. We're going to have to thin out. And our parsnip is coming up. Okay? And over here, I planted in my prayer garden area, in this container and this container, I planted assorted zinnias. Okay, that's the update for this Saturday. Would you like to hear something funny? When I got sick and my daughter volunteered her husband and children and herself to take over my garden in her backyard, I went along with it. But she pulled a number on me. She moved some of those good pots. Right here, I'm showing you 25-gallon pots. Yeah, she moved into the front yard. I guess she was going to plant something in it. But I had news for her. Thank God I got better. And I asked her husband and my grandson, would they move these pots back to the backyard because I plan to grow something in it. I don't know what plans she had, but I know I plan to use them. It's getting ready to rain, folks. And Bree and I spread some of the topsoil where I used to have containers last year. And yeah, just doing a little bit every day. It's beginning to look good. The patio is just about cleaned off. I only have one bag of mulch left. I'm proud of myself. Guys, this is what I do about once a week. I'll put mixed vegetables on a pan, sheet pan, and I will roast them. I apply a little olive oil and a little black pepper, like right here, red pepper flakes, and then my olive oil over here. And then I just put them in my little individual bowls into the refrigerator, and I just add some type of protein, either broiled chicken or fish, whatever. I do this about once a week. Guys, I just have to share something with you. I am so full of joy right now that I really want to cry. This blanket was hand crocheted by my mother for this little girl's mother. I'm going to insert a picture of my daughter Elisa, but look at that craftsmanship. My daughter is in her 40s. She's saving this blanket for Bria, so that when Bria has a little girl, she's going to pass it down. This blanket represents to me a lot of love. This blanket was made by my mother after Elisa was born. And now she kept it all those years, and she's going to pass it down to her daughter. It's just like the gardening techniques and knowledge is being passed down from generation to generation. And handmade items fall into that category because everybody wants stuff made so fast, manufactured so quick. But this is beautiful. This represents love. Okay, I'm getting too sentimental. I can't help it, guys. I'm sorry. No, I'm not sorry. I'm happy. We have been patiently waiting to show you a harvest of cherry tomatoes. We refrained from eating them as soon as they got ripe so we could share with you that you can actually grow a lot of tomatoes, the cherry-sized ones, in your hydroponic systems. This spring, we're going to grow some dwarf-sized tomatoes outside.
Hey everybody, it's Bria, and I want to show you the plants today because it's been raining a lot. Look at the cucumbers over here and the zinnias over here.
Great job, Bria. Thank you. Your dad called you. This is my arrow garden. I have all of my hydroponic systems numbered, and I have the dates on them when I last cleaned them. This one was due for cleaning today. You can see a little residue at the bottom. That's hydrogen peroxide. I still need to do a little scouring right around here, the edge. You want to make sure, and over here, you want to make sure that you get all the fungus out of it. Now, there has been some chatter in the YouTube universe. Somebody posed the question, can you leave half the water in and add more nutrients? My answer is no. I did that one time and the fungus multiplied real fast. So it's best to just go ahead and start over with a new clean system. That's just a glare right there. But I'm going to finish cleaning all around here, and I'm going to show you that I purchased a pack of filters online. I think it was like $5.99 for, I don't know guys, man, 100 or so. I'll put a link in my description box. Or in the comment section below, and you don't have to be cleaning the filter. You can just go ahead and just change it. See, it just slips right in here. Okay? I'll be back when I'm finished. The hardest thing to clean on the AeroGarden is the top. And I'm going to show you something. I wish I had shown you before, but I want you to look close. See all that green algae around this rim? I'm having to take these scissors with a piece of paper towel and sometimes a Q-tip and go all the way around in here into the grooves in here and get that algae out of there. There's a lot of buildup of fungus right in here. I didn't cover these with aluminum foil like I do some of my systems, but I think this time I'm going to. Guys, I worked hard, probably about 45 minutes cleaning the top of this AeroGarden, and I still couldn't get everything off of it. You know what? I'm gonna try something else. I think I'm gonna try a nail file. I'll be back. I use a 100 grit nail file for sculpture nails, and that kind of got most of it off. I think I got all of it off actually. I used to teach beauty school, did nails in my full service salon. I need that block buffer to make it a little bit more smoother. I'll do that the next time. I will not put the aluminum foil on it. I think I'm just gonna have to scrub this down real good every time I do it. It's the second time we changed the water in this system, and it just made me work a little harder, and my motto is work smart and not hard. Okay, I am finally done. I'm just gonna let this system sit. I'm gonna let it run until, well, let me just show you something. I'm going to try something different, and I'll let you know what it is. Just a second. This is my let pot. As you can see here, the light system broke. It's not working. And this was my least favorite system of all the ones that I have. So what I've decided to do is I'm going to germinate all of my seeds inside of the let pot because the pump is working. And then when I get 2 sets of leaves, I will move them to the other systems that I have. Okay? And the reason why I'm going to do this, well, 1, I can utilize this let pot. 2, I'm not going to add any fertilizer whatsoever, because seeds do not need any fertilizer to germinate. In fact, everything that they need as far as nutrition is concerned, it is inside of the seed. God made it that way. Isn't it powerful? It's just amazing. I just love this. I know I'm going to sound a little weird to you, but I feel closer to God when I'm gardening, because only God could create all these different things for us to eat, and all of them grow differently. So yeah, I'm going to start my seeds off in the let pot, and then I will move them to the various other hydroponic systems. It's Friday morning. I'm very excited about getting outside to work in the garden. But I wanted to show you that you can grow the tomatoes, the dwarf varieties, in mason jars using the cracky method. As you can see, this is a quart jar. And my cherry tomatoes are beginning to ripen. One thing I want to point out to you, you have to check the water levels every day, and they seem to do better when you keep them, you know, the water level about right here. I lose leaves when I keep it a little bit lower. That's just my opinion, but I just want to share that with you. We have a lot more in these 2 1/2 gallon jars. And you can see that I have some grow lights right here. It's a 4-wand, and I just take them to the edge of the shelving unit to give it more light. And you can see the aluminum foil that I put behind the shelves and on the side of the shelving unit to reflect that light. They're doing well, and we're excited about it. Behind these 3 mason jars, I have 2 smaller units, the garden cube, and I have tomato plants growing in both of them. And they're putting on a lot of flowers. So on this one little shelf, I'm growing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tomato plants. Up here in the larger garden cube system, I have 4 tomato plants growing in it, as well as 3 growing over here, but I will remove this kale, take it outside to grow, and put 1 more right here. And then this garden cube, I took the foil off of it. As you can see, the fertilizer deposits seep through some of the holes that you have for your plant placement. So I'm gonna have to do something about this. I have 4 micro dwarf tomatoes growing in this one. And actually it is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'm gonna grow this tiny Tim right here. So I have 5. Down here is a larger unit, garden cube. I have 1, 2, 3 tomatoes. I'm gonna pinch anything that looks like it's blocking airflow or dying. And I will end up putting several more here. I think this one can accommodate one, maybe 1 right here, and then 1 right here. So we're probably gonna put 5 because these are micro dwarf varieties. And then let's go over to the next unit. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 that I'm only gonna grow 4 tomato plants in this unit. Again, it's the garden cube. And then last but not least, we have 1 more tomato plant growing in the arrow garden up here. I have over 2 dozen tomato plants growing. Some are dwarf and some are micro dwarf. But I noticed that the regular sized tomatoes, these systems can't accommodate it. So those are all outside. Today I'm going to start 4 more different varieties of dwarf tomatoes. If you haven't guessed already, my family loves cherry tomatoes. Here are the 21 seeds that I'm going to germinate in the lead pot. They're all dwarf tomatoes. I have them numbered. As I remove one of the baskets out, it's numbered, and I'll show you the pictures where it will tell me what it is. And when I remove them to transfer them to the hydroponic systems, I'll know exactly what everything is, because I'll just look on my notes and I'll know what number 11 is, what 12 is, 13, and so on. There are only a very few seeds that need light to germinate. And so these don't need light. I thought about putting saran wrap on here, but I'm going to be lifting it up every day like so to try to see what germinated. If I get a few seeds popping through and I don't want to take them out yet, then I can put something like, the domes here, anything that will elevate it up a little bit. That's why I kept more of the foil on the sides, so that if I have to use more foil, I won't have to use another piece. Okay, everybody, that concludes this video. I'll be coming back to you in a few days with an update on the garden outside. All right, thanks for watching. Bye now.